Like a loose change, y'all. So listen, this is part two of Deion Sanders, and I only decided to do this because I had a few people come through to the last one. All right, it is on. It is now on the HBCUs who saw this process to do what you're supposed to do and copy the process. Deion Sanders is not in charge of hiring anybody outside of his staff. So if y'all saw in the video, Dr. Umar said something about Deion hiring for all the HBCUs. He is not at liberty to do that. He is only, and he already did that. Not only that, he's doing it in Colorado right now. Two of the coaches that were coaching in the SWAC, which is the black colleges down there in the Southwest. Two of those coaches are already heading to Colorado with him. Two coaches that he coached against. They're going to Colorado with him to make some real money. Okay? So now with that being said, and to have opportunities that if they get there and they do well as offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, or whatever the case may be, they will have opportunities at bigger and better jobs in Division I, just like Deion just finished doing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the game. Now, the responsibility of hiring and approaching these other people who have played football at the highest level, these other black retired players or whatever the case may be, that is on the athletic directors and the deans of these colleges. That is on the presidents of these colleges. That is on them to approach these dudes and offer them jobs. And now, instead of offering someone, because Deion took a discount, he would have made much more money going and coaching Florida State, but he took a discount to take his first shot at coaching with a black college team. $500,000, ladies and gentlemen, and I want y'all to understand something. Y'all asking this man to sacrifice. He made more money on NFL Network than what he was making at Jackson State. Now, when you get there and you see shaky, flaky shit, and he's been covering for it for 2 years, this man, by the way, who had surgery and had toes amputated through the process of all of this, has been covering for this shit and not speaking about it this whole time, where they're selling 60,000 tickets and only 28,000 tickets are being recorded. Covered that. Didn't say nothing until it was almost the end. Where they're taking baths in pools, y'all. Where the kids are hungry. And they're bringing in all this new extra revenue because he's there. And he covered for it. Didn't say shit till it was almost over. And you're a head coach of a football team. And you're bringing in all this revenue, and the water stopped working, and you have to go and take a bath in the pool. Not to mention any of the other stuff. And not to mention, not once did they offer him a raise. All the money that comes in. Now, I liken it to this. Back in 1996, 97. Michael Jordan, the salary cap was about $15 million in the NBA. Michael Jordan said he wouldn't play for no less than $30 million because he knew what he had brought to the game and how he had furthered the game. And y'all know what happened? Other teams chipped in because they knew how important he was. Other teams chipped in on his salary. The SWAC, if Jackson State couldn't particularly afford it, maybe they should have brought that option to the table. We know that he brings money to this conference. So what are y'all willing to do to make sure that we keep this person? Are y'all willing to kick in on his salary and maybe get him up to about $2 million a year, $2.5 million a year? This is the type of money. This man had shoe deals, y'all. He still got shoes that come out now. This is the type of money this man is used to, and he already took a discount for the last 2 years, and then come out and then find out that the business is flaky and all of this shit, and the whole situation is flaky. And he took this deal in the poorest state in the country, which is Mississippi. And y'all saying, nah, that's not enough. Sacrifice more? Come on, y'all. And this is what I'm talking about. One of the key elements to what made me do a part 2 was a young lady decided to come on my post, the last one, the first one, and decided to say, well, how much money has he donated to the HBCUs? So the money that he was generating is not enough? All of these situations that I just finished talking about, he didn't sacrifice enough? The fact that he gave up a TV show that he knew that he was going to get paid for because the shit was named after him. He was going to continue getting paid for it as long as he was on that show. And it was his show. And you only work through the season. And you work Sundays. That's it. And he was making more money. He sacrificed that to come and coach football, a game that he loved, at a black college who was paying him peanuts by the standards of what these coaches are out here making. Nick Saban make $10 million a year, y'all. Dabo Swinney from Clemson makes $8 million, almost $9 million. And he's making $500,000. And he's winning. And it was time for him to go. Y'all think that the plan for us, and here's the thing, while he's doing what he's doing, nobody's saying a fucking word. Nobody even recognizes what he's doing. But then as soon as he leaves, oh, I'm not fucking with Deion no more. I'm not doing this with Deion no more. Now he's leaving to go coach other black kids, by the way, y'all. There's black kids. When check the meetings. Look at when he met. Half that room was black kids. But because they're not all black, it's a problem. That says more about our standards and our expectations of another man. The young lady who came on, no disrespect to her, but what are you checking this man's pockets by asking? After he generates revenue for all of these different schools by just showing up, you're still talking about what does he donate to HBCUs? And then the more important question is, how much do you donate to HBCUs? The only pockets that you are responsible for are the ones that are on your two hips. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. See, we make it where people don't give a fuck about doing shit for us. Because it's this kind of shit. Like, you going to tell this man, don't forward yourself. Don't push yourself forward because we need you in this spot. Never mind, you still raising kids. You still got kids in college. Never mind them. Never mind their livelihood. Never mind the rest of your family your that you probably take care of. Never mind none of them. You do what's best for us. Show off.